Hillary Clinton and the mysterious death of JFK Jr. Of course, this did happen a long time ago, 16 years ago. But it's worth looking over. We're looking at history and the changes, of course, of history and every act in our past. Approaching the end of 2 terms in the White House, the Clintons began preparing for their political future. They focused their attention on developing Hillary as a politician. Even though she had no actual experience, and selling influence while they had it. Buy now, pay later, payable to what would become the Clinton Foundation. Hillary refused to return to Arkansas and suggested the purchase of a home in New York. Yeah, who wouldn't want to be in New York, right? Great place to start off a political career. Hillary refused to return back to Arkansas and suggested the purchase of a home in New York, which would allow her to run for the Senate in the upcoming election. There was just one obstacle: JFK Jr. JFK Jr. had entered the political scene. New York was electric with the word of JFK Jr. reclaiming his father's legacy. A piece of Camelot was still alive in America, and donors began to line up. She knew she could never defeat the son of JFK in New England. "I'm not going back to Arkansas." During a normal flight at 9:20 p.m. July 16, 1999, John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. radioed the tower at an airport near Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, announcing that he was preparing to land. Seconds after his plane exploded in mid-air and was witnessed by several people holding local newspaper reporters and an attorney, luggage was recovered miles from the crash site, an event that can only be caused by a mid-air explosion. 5 hours after the plane went down, Bill Clinton sent out the equivalent of the 6th Fleet to find the wreckage, hide it, and the bodies from the Snoopy media. And though JFK Jr. was never in the Navy, and though the families did not consent, Bill Clinton had ordered the cremation of the corpses and threw the ashes into the sea in a quickly planned Navy funeral. No photographs were permitted of the recovered bodies. Kennedy's emergency locator was removed, the cockpit recorder was disabled, and the flight log was taken, all of which is documented in the official investigation report. Behind the scenes, a cover story was concocted. The weather, which was perfect, somehow became stormy. JFK Jr. now had a gimpy leg, and Kennedy was emotional. Reports by the FAA and FBI both concluding foul play was involved. They were buried and all inquiries led to dead ends. In truth, all reports confirmed that JFK Jr. was a highly skilled and careful pilot. The Kennedy family was furious. New York was heartbroken. All evidence had been destroyed or burned by executive command. "She killed him. I know she did," said a Kennedy staffer, who asked to remain anonymous. The Clintons bought their home in New York and formed the Clinton Foundation, and Hillary won her Senate seat. This is out of the ConstitutionRising.com from Rick Wells. Hacker Guccifer conveniently commits suicide after Clinton is let off the hook. Did Guccifer know too much about Clinton? Another body is turned up in Clinton's wake. That one, a few people outside the foreign intelligence agencies of Russia, China, North Korea, or other nations have seen firsthand the contents of Hillary Clinton's emails. Guccifer, the Romanian hacker who was extradited to testify against the former Secretary of State if a trial were to take place, apparently became too much of a liability to the Clintons for president. He appears to have been Gaddafi, given the silent treatment, if you will. It is what's being labeled as an apparent suicide that came just as she was let off the hook by FBI Director James Comey. The Christian Times newspaper reported that Guccifer was found hanging in his Virginia jail cell. Guccifer was the handle of Marcel Lazare-Lahil, who chuckled when describing the ease with which he broke into Clinton's do-it-yourself server, describing it as an open organ that was easy for me, for everybody. He is just one more loose end that seems to have been tidied up by the Clinton gang. Following the announcement of Comey that Clinton was getting away with her crimes on Tuesday morning, a rumor began circulating in the jail that Guccifer was missing. Reports then began circulating that he had been found after the evening meal, hanging from a rope in his cell. It's unclear from the initial reports if he went missing and then came back and hanged himself, or why he was reported missing from his jail earlier. Surely, there is a reasonable explanation. Is he really dead? Will there be a burial in a closed casket at sea? Was he taken out by Clintons or their shadow government handlers? Was he so distraught over the farce that Comey and his comrades had made this investigation that he felt betrayed by his captors and decided to end it all? Anything is possible, but that last option is the most unlikely. The forensics teams may want to avoid making the same obvious errors of the Vince Foster investigation and check more than one bullet hole, in addition to the rope burns, before making any official determination of a cause of death. Send some FBI investigators to the jail. We can trust they'll get to the bottom of things. Yeah, right. You know what FBI stands for? Fucking bullshit investigation after yesterday. They're gonna come out with that on the day after 4th of July. Any other government, if you care at all for your citizens, do not send them to the United States for trial. Because you can see, Guccifer got an unfair trial over here. Yeah, he got tried, alright. And this is less than a week. There was another person to fall in Clinton's wake that was going to testify, a former UN leader. He was actually, first they say he died from a heart attack, but then they found his throat was crushed. He was killed in his gym. I heard that Guccifer had disappeared while in custody. Now this. They killed him, folks. Open in your face. Another comment. Comey chickened out? Yeah, he probably wants to stay alive. Whatever happened to the FBI era of the Untouchables? This is a disgrace. Well, another killing by Hillary and the Clintons and Obama. He was murdered and everyone knows it. Yeah, right. You know what FBI stands for? Fucking bullshit investigation after yesterday. They're gonna come out with that on the day after 4th of July. Any other government, if you care at all for your citizens, do not send them to the United States for trial. Because you can see, Guccifer got an unfair trial over here. Yeah, he got tried, alright. And this is less than a week. There was another person to fall in Clinton's wake that was going to testify, a former UN leader. He was actually, first they say he died from a heart attack, but then they found his throat was crushed. He was killed in his gym. I heard that Guccifer had disappeared while in custody. Now this. They killed him, folks. Open in your face. Another comment. Comey chickened out? Yeah, he probably wants to stay alive. Whatever happened to the FBI era of the Untouchables? This is a disgrace. Well, another killing by Hillary and the Clintons and Obama. He was murdered and everyone knows it.